Welcome back to Wired Wanderer. I'm Mira. To keep with current events, today we're going to look at a place that has a powerful influence on the global economy. I'm speaking to you from my kitchen, still here in the United States. But the place we're exploring today is thousands of miles away, and it helps shape the price people pay for fuel around the world. It's a narrow stretch of water called the Strait of Hormuz, and despite its small size, it plays an enormous role in the global economy. From time to time, the Strait of Hormuz appears in global headlines. When tensions rise in the region, governments, energy companies, and financial markets around the world start paying close attention. That's because this narrow waterway controls one of the most important shipping routes on Earth. The Strait of Hormuz sits between Iran and Oman. It connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the open ocean. Ships traveling from major oil-producing countries inside the Persian Gulf must pass through this narrow passage before reaching global markets. That geography gives this location extraordinary economic importance. But the importance of this location did not begin with oil. For thousands of years, this route connected the Persian Gulf to the wider world. Merchant ships once carried goods such as spices, pearls, textiles, and other valuable trade items through these waters. Even global empires recognized the strategic value of the region. In the early 1500s, the Portuguese Empire captured the nearby island of Hormuz in an effort to control trade flowing through this corridor. Even then, the value of this place came from a simple fact. In the modern world, the Strait of Hormuz became even more important because of energy. Today, roughly 20 million barrels of oil pass through the strait every day. That's about 1/5 of the world's petroleum supply. Oil from countries such as Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates travels through this corridor as it moves to markets across Asia, Europe, and beyond. The strategic importance of the Strait of Hormuz became especially clear during the 1980s. During the Iran-Iraq War, both countries began attacking oil tankers traveling through the Persian Gulf in what became known as the Tanker War. Commercial ships carrying oil were damaged or destroyed, and global energy markets became increasingly concerned about the security of oil supplies. The situation became serious enough that the United States and other countries began escorting tankers through the region to keep oil flowing to global markets. Even today, tensions in the region can influence global energy markets. Events related to conflicts in the region periodically draw attention back to the Strait of Hormuz. When instability appears near major energy routes like this, traders and financial markets begin watching closely. Energy markets are extremely sensitive to risk. When a large portion of the world's oil passes through a single narrow passage, even the possibility of disruption can move global prices. Rising oil prices don't just affect energy companies or financial markets. They eventually affect everyday life. When oil prices rise, gasoline and diesel prices often increase as well. Transportation companies face higher fuel costs. Shipping goods becomes more expensive. Airlines pay more for jet fuel. Over time, those costs spread through the economy, affecting the price of food, consumer products, travel, and many other everyday expenses. Rising fuel prices are something many people feel directly. I've noticed it myself. When fuel becomes more expensive, even simple routines like running errands start to cost more. One small change I've made is planning my driving more carefully. If I'm heading out to a cafe to work for a while, I try to plan my errands along the same route. I'll stop at the places I need to visit on the way back home, so that the entire trip becomes one continuous route. By the time I return home, the errands are finished and I've avoided making several separate trips across town. Small adjustments like this may not solve rising energy prices, but they can help reduce unnecessary fuel use and keep everyday expenses a little more manageable. This is why the Strait of Hormuz is often described as one of the most important economic choke points in the world. Sometimes the stability of global markets depends on places most people rarely think about. The Strait of Hormuz is one of those places. It reminds us that geography still shapes the world we live in. A narrow channel of water only a few miles wide can influence global trade, energy markets, and even the price people pay to fill their cars with fuel. Understanding places like this helps us better understand how global markets, international trade, and everyday finances are all connected. And that is exactly what Wired Wanderer is here to explore. If there's a topic about money, global markets, or world events you'd like me to research, leave a comment below. Your question might become the next video. This is Mira from Wired Wanderer. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for being here.